60 years of Super Bowls have led us here. More history to be written tonight as we get underway. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
We dominate today.
The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. Yeah, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And now a decision here on the opening drive. 4th and very short, this part of the field. What do you think they do, CD?
I think you go for it. I think there's a lot of game left to be played. I like the advantage that they're trying to create here early. I say be aggressive and try and get it done.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flushed out right. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. That's caught at the 25. And he will work his way out of bounds here at the 25-yard line. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Purdy now to throw. That's caught by Werner, the tight end. Only able to gain a couple there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
So Purdy off and Moody on for the 49er field goal. From the left hash, this from 34. His kick is indeed good, and the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. This goes out wide for Mixon. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2. Now Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over to the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy 1st.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, we're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Now a 2nd and 10. To the air again, Burrow. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. This one hauled in by Sample. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the 1st drive, looking at another one here, just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Up the gut, McCaffrey. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A very solid gain of 27. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 30. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
On second down, here's the option.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Purdy now to throw off the play action.
Eluding the pressure right. Gets past one man. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
I'm not sure he falls under the category of mobile quarterback, but he's athletic enough that if you don't keep your rush lanes intact, he finds a way to hurt you.
As coaches like to say, I wouldn't call him a burner, but he coughed it up. And the Bengals grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit?
And a loose football. And this is picked up by the defense. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there.
Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead grows to 10-0.
That brings us to the end of one in Super Bowl 58. Much more to come from Las Vegas after this.
10-zip our score. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do. It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Now Burrow. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
Well, there was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
They'll look to throw. That's complete to the tight end Sample. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. That'll give him 8 that time. And it'll be 4th down.
And here's Brad Robbins now.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
On 1st down, Purdy.
Forced out to his left.
That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
On 1st down, it's Purdy. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers.
Brandon Ayuk.
41 yards.
And the 49ers continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Purdy and the Niner offense, they'll stay on the field. They'll try to go for 2 here.
And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about.
Understandably, pass rushers keyed up for this Super Bowl, but you can't do that.
And let's face it, no one wants to lose one of these quarterbacks early in this game, so you know they're going to be protected by the officials.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him.
Nick Bosa, his 2nd sack of the night. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
He's going to handle it on the touch pass.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. The offense on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Burrow will throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
On now to punt, Brad Robbins.
Fielded just inside the 30. Bell so light on his feet.
A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over.
There's receiver Brandon Ayuk as San Francisco's offense returns to the field.
He's already approaching 100 yards and has the touchdown. I'm sure on that opposite sideline right now, they're scratching their heads saying, all right, what do we do?
And the hard part is, even if you limit him to a short catch, he has that make-you-miss ability to take it for big yardage and put in the end zone again. So trying to blanket him is very difficult, but ultimately, you've got to find a way to put him on the ground, tackle him, and he doesn't make that easy.
Well, they're struggling with that so far. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Kittle's got his first catch, and it's also a 1st down. Purdy off the play fake.
They'll roll him out right. Gets this one to use check. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete and brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Once more, Purdy looking to throw. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious.
And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line.
Jermaine Pratt fighting in and dropping him for the loss.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, 1st down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on 2nd down.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Ross Dwelly, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Niners are starting to open things up here in this Super Bowl. Moody good with the extra point.
And a route is on here in this first half. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away.
Now a hit and a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
throwing here. Purdy.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Buying time to his left. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment.
Touchdown 49ers.
Christian McCaffrey
From 10 yards out.
And the 49ers are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl.
And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. And they're just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And Chase going to pick up a Bengals first down as he's up to the 44-yard line.
Now it's Burrow.
That one taken in by T. Higgins.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Burrow looking to pass. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Boyd.
And Boyd going to pick up a Bengals first down as he'll get this down to the 41.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow to Mixon on the check down. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the 49ers are going to get the football back.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10.
Escaping the pressure right. Taking a shot for Samuel.
And this incomplete. An excellent play downfield on the football. Might have had a shot to pick it off even. But it's 2nd down. Back to throw, Purdy.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
He's going to try and take off with it.
And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain.
Give him a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it still brings up 4th.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Now Purdy. The same target, same result. It's Kittle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Purdy. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to have it here just past the 25. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
So we've reached halftime here. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. Longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now because the first half certain.
Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Purdy will throw for it. And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon down to about the 37. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the third quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after him.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
On second down, here's Mixon. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Throw right side into the hands of the tight end Sample. And he's going to be brought down. He needed to get to the 20, but he's a yard or 2 short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. They'll try and run for it with Brown. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. Purdy to throw it on first down.
Flush to his right. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too.
And oh, he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. Yeah, he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. Back to the air on second down. Purdy
steps away to his left. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for first downs instead of airing it out.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Purdy looking to throw.
Flushed out right. And he's taken down inside the 30. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
Purdy looking to throw on first down here.
And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard.
Out of the gun, Purdy.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. Again, it's Mixon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Burrow. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. This one caught by Kittle. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 18 yards, 1st down Niners.
Purdy now to throw. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Third quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it.
Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown.
Charlie Warner
There to make the grab.
and the Niners extend their lead yet again.
This is where, as a tight end, you've got to really sell that this is a run. They're going to fake the give, hope the linebackers bite, and here they do just enough. That split second, that's all it takes for that tight end to leak out into the end zone. Touchdown.
Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
Open man is Higgins. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
They'll set up to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now Brandon Ayuk ready to bring out the rest of this offense here for this upcoming series.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
At that time, finally a measure of revenge as they get him down behind the line.
It almost felt like relief, didn't it? Because with the success he's had throughout this game, you'd almost expect him to get free and pick up 10 to 15 every time he takes off. Not in that case. That has to feel good for the defense.
They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Here comes the 49ers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he has him. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And he's not going to get to the marker. And that's a turnover on downs. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown.
And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. And make them 4 for 4 now on 2-point conversions as he'll take this one in for the score.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Now a hit and a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And they'll start out here with a jet sweep. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Brandon Ayuk with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Niners are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Moody good with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. We are through 3 quarters of play here from Allegiant Stadium in Super Bowl 58. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now it's Burrow. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Nick Bosa in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Near his goal line, here's Purdy, eluding the pressure right. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very...
Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And the gamble pays off. They get the 1st. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. And I don't know what the method is to know when to dial up a fake punt, when not to. Whatever the method there, it worked for him.
I think you actually did explain it. There is no method. It's just a feel, a sense, and a healthy dose of guts in order to call that play in that situation.
Element of surprise, I guess, right?
Yeah, element of surprise and just a strong belief in, hey, we're going to get it done.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 5. McCaffrey running up the middle. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. The Niners on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Purdy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 21. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Purdy now to throw off the play action. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Touchdown! Charlie Warner, his 2nd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Niners go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Purdy and the Niner offense, they'll stay on the field. They'll try to go for 2 here. They'll try and throw for it. And they're a perfect 5 for 5 now on 2-point conversions as he is in to get them 2 more.
I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
From a couple yards deep, and he loses the football a 2nd time. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And they'll go on the ground. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Play action, now Purdy. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Brandon Ayuk with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And the 49ers add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Moody good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the 4th. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st. Now Burrow. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. He completes it to Boyd. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Here now, 3rd and a yard. Again, it's Burrow. And that is incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now an option play, and he'll keep it. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. This is McCaffrey on the give. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. Try the right side with Mitchell. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Now a run with McCaffrey, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. It'll be a gain of 5, but they do keep them out of the end zone, and now it's 4th down. Purdy bootlegging it. That's to his running back, complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, You can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether